Y'all, it's your girl Holly D, aka Miss Holly Baby, aka your new best friend, aka your fine ass auntie, aka Miss Thick in the thighs and not in the waist. So y'all, I got a couple questions for you. You ready? All right, cool. Now, is there a scent you have been curious about? Is there a brand you've been wanting to try? Or listen, are you like me and you just simply like collecting new fragrances? Well, y'all gotta check out my peoples at decantx.com. And you're probably wondering, what the hell is decantx.com? Let me tell you. So decantx.com is an easy and affordable fragrance sampling service that offers an incredible array of niche and designer fragrances. So y'all, my people over there, they do not play, because they bringing y'all 600 authentic perfumes and colognes for you to try, discover, enjoy, and experiment with. And they don't be on no funky shit. Everything that they offer is 100% guaranteed authentic and 100% guaranteed genuine. So listen, if you're like me, feeling your best starts with smelling your best. And because y'all are in the over 40 fam, you deserve the very best. So that's why decantx.com and Over 40 and Fucking Over 40 Podcast is offering you an awesome deal. Listen, every time you use my promo code Over 4015, you'll get 15% off of your order, y'all. Again, 15%. Y'all, wait times are going right now. You can save any and everywhere you can. This product makes a great Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday, Christmas, Passover, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you name any type of holiday, you got it with decantx.com. That's why, again, they're awesome. So why don't you try it out? Go to decantx.com. Again, use the promo code over 4015 and receive 15% off your order. Again, check the show notes. The information will be below. And guess what? They also have Instagram. So make sure you check them out at decantx.com. All right, y'all, let's start the show. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Holly D, aka Miss Holly Baby, aka Thick in the Thighs, aka your fine ass auntie.
Hey, and it's Peggy J, aka Best Friend Peg, aka the Cubby Slayer, aka that thick thighs save lives, right?
Yeah, especially when you be in the bathroom and you trying to do shit on your phone. So if you don't mind, y'all, if you the two people that are still left in the line,
and one of them is me.
Shit, now it's three. If y'all don't mind, go ahead and share the live. The more we share, the better the community gets.
Hey, Junie.
Hey, Junie Boom. So let's go ahead and share that live. Hey, Emmanuel, what's happening? Definitely we appreciate a love on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Yes. I'm not sure where y'all calling from, but where we at is nice. It's very nice. It's nice. It's really nice. It's a typical spring South Florida day,
which is like a summer, like mostly where everybody else is
You might as well call it summertime. I'm just saying. But yeah, go on in, spread the love, join the live.
And what are we talking about today?
Cheating in the next room.
Ooh. Now, cheating, cheaters, like everything cheating.
Cheating, cheaters, everything in between. Cheating. Hey, Emmanuel from Atlanta, GA.
Oh, so the weather must be nice over there, too.
I don't know. I wonder if it's the same Emmanuel I know.
Emmanuel, is the weather nice in Atlanta? Hot Atlanta?
Emmanuel, you from Gaston County. Hey, my guy over from the Levels Podcast. What's up? We gonna be talking about cheating. So if anybody want to come up on stage, please.
And does anybody have a fucked up cheating story?
Oh, bitch, I got a fucked up cheating story.
You got one?
That ass. Yes.
Okay.
So we gonna save the stories until later.
Oh, 64. Okay.
Huh?
No, 64 in the Hotland tub.
Oh, okay. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Even for me though, anything under 75,
anything over 75 here is cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
I'm just saying.
It's 75 in here, and I have my socks on. I carry them in my bag.
Because, when she come to my house, it's always a crisp 72.
No. It feels like the North Pole ain't your bitch. No.
I'm just saying. Like,
no, I needs to, I needs to be warm. I sleep with the comforter year round. So I love to be warm and cozy.
Good. Well, don't mind us. We gonna have a little mukbang during this episode.
What the fuck is that?
It means we fucking eating because we both hungry.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I grew up in a Haitian household. We ain't talk like that. So I don't know the southern lingo and
that
shit.
That ain't southern. That's like some Asian shit.
Oh fuck, you see.
Yeah, so we gonna have a bit of a mukbang.
So what I would say, nous allons manger. That's how we say. We about to eat. Nous allons manger.
We about to eat, so and we real women, so we gonna eat. We don't eat like birds.
Well, I do.
No, yeah, you can.
I really do, but then I still gain. I gain weight like a real woman, though.
So then, in that case, you might as well eat real, right. Like I do.
Like I told you, I had my whole realization this morning.
Ooh, so silly. Hey, Tim, thanks for joining the live. I don't know who this is.
Hey, 72.
There you go, 72 kicks. Thanks. And I see you got some good kicks on your page. So,
all right.
Anytime you come against some retro 4s in a size, women's 10. Men's 8.5.
You wear a size 10?
Yes, I wear a size 10. I got these. Right, I'm so.
You got like fucking boat feet.
I mean, you ain't got to like, but yes, I got them from my mama's side of the family. How about that?
I am an average 8.
Well, don't rub it the fuck in.
And I could wear like youth. I wear like size 5.5 youth. And sneakers.
But I've been wearing a size 10 since the 4th grade.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Okay. So let's get started.
Cheating in the next room.
Cheating in the next room.
Drop a fire emoji if you've been cheated on or you've been doing some cheating. Come on, let's be real.
Hold on. Let me drop some emojis for myself. Hold on. I'm about to fill the page right here, y'all. I'm about to fill the page. Hold on. That's me right there. Yeah.
Go.
That's me right there.
Go ahead, y'all. It's a safe space. If I could reach my phone, I would just be like, "Yep."
That's it. Yeah, I mean, yes, I think I think it's something that we have all experienced in one form, way, or another.
Okay.
And I hear that. Yes, we have all experienced it. But it's how do we get over it? Like going through it. Are we the same person? Are we still doing the same things? Are we the cheater or are we the cheatee?
I've been both.
You've been both. I have not been the cheater. I've been the cheatee.
Well, see, the interesting thing in this particular where I was the cheater, I'm like, is it really cheating? Because we weren't really in a relationship, but I cheated on him.
Well, you know what I was just going to say is that, there is different forms of cheating. And there's the emotional form where you're actually not, in a sexual relationship with that. So, yeah, you know what? I scratched that. I have been a cheater when it comes to that.
Okay, so let's dig into that a little bit deeper. So we got what constitutes as cheating?
Because I used to think whole penetration, like a whole penis in my vagina meant that I was cheating. But I think there's levels to cheating at this point. And at this stage in my life, I think there is levels.
So people in the comments, hey, share what you think. What constitutes as cheating? Is it just fucking? Is it having inappropriate conversations? Is it having emotional connection?
If you're sexting with someone else, would that be that would be constant? Like if I'm in a committed relationship and I'm sexting or I'm sending nudes to them, but that's the but that's like the depth of the that relationship. Is that cheating? Or if I have like an online dating profile and shit,
that's definitely cheating.
Even if I don't meet nobody.
Yeah, Junie says straight fucking. That's cheating.
Okay. And I think for men it's different than women too.
How so?
I think men, for them that's how they see it. Where it's it doesn't have anything. Emotional cheating is not cheating. I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. Because I think for women we think that if there's like you have an emotional need for this person, then that is actually cheating. But men, I think, they'll see it a little bit different.
Okay, so let's talk about in that case, then I'm just a straight hoe.
Okay.
Because the thing is that I've gotten involved with men that I'm not going to necessarily say that they were married, but definitely in committed relationships. And then they come and they talking to me, and then it's sort of like they start falling in love, and I'm like, I ain't got shit to do with that. Now I'm just a friendly ear. Hand me the chips over there. I'm hungry.
Hold on 1 second. So are we? So with that, when he's a married man and he just needs someone to talk to.
Yeah, but then it starts getting further than just.
But
talking.
Then there's nothing sexual in there. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. So if there's no sexual, there's no penetration. Let's say there's no penetration. So, and we're just having, you're conversing. So for me, that's still like a form of cheating. Because now, the person that you should be talking to is your wife or your partner.
Now in the chat, they said I could forgive a strictly sex thing. But once you start having
a secret relationship,
then that's cheating.
So secret relationship, as you're meaning like emotional relationship, I think that those are like even worse, yo. Those emotional relationships.
Yo, I remember I was out in Phoenix. And this one guy, he was all tore up from the floor up, right? Just because I was like, and he was in my pod. He was in my sales team. I'm like, fuck wrong with you?
Oh, dang.
He was just like, I don't know, I'm about to lose my family, I'm about to lose everything. I was like, well, what you do? He was like, well, I was just in this, I was talking to this woman and it was great, right. And it was this, that, and the third, but I'm just like, well, did you fuck? And he was like, no, it was more of a connection relationship. I was just like, well,
yeah, no.
Well, if it became all that, you might as well tap that ass. And then he just started to laugh because I was just trying to.
So wait, do you go then that far? If you're going through the emotional things, or you just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go and just do it. I'm about to get in trouble anyway.
I mean, me personally, if you gonna get caught up on the emotional.
But okay, because there's some people that like there's no in between. So if we're having sex, you build that emotional connection, and then now, oh my God, this is my guy. But then there's like, I'm the type of person I can separate the sex and my feelings. Well, you're an empath, so you can't.
Nah, if you hit this pussy, we go together.
Right. Where with me, it's the other way around. I'm like, yo, you don't have to call me. I don't need nothing. I don't need anything extra from you.
Yeah.
So no. It's just. I think it's on who you're dealing with, knowing who you're dealing in, and having those boundaries. Bitches, I think there's a whole nother conversation. But when you're at that cheating, on the emotional levels, I think for me they're worse. They're worse.
Well, I've already said, you hit this one good time, we go together.
Okay, so it just takes you one time.
If it's good, then yeah, we go together.
No, if it's not good, then don't call me, lose my number.
That's what I'm saying. If it has to be good. Like, it can't just be no whack dick, Yeah. And he crying into my pillow because he know he cheating on his wife. Well, like, he all in that
fetal position because because you was that bad bitch that turned him out.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm gonna lose my family and my friends.
Well, okay. For what you said. So now after that he's done this thing or she's done this thing and she feels like she's about to lose everything, why didn't you feel like that before, prior to doing the act? What do you think?
Are we talking from a man's point of view?
Well, I can only speak from a women's point of view. So, after you've done it, especially on the emotional part, where you're like, okay, I've done this, now I'm going to lose my family. Like, I am full speed ahead. But it's after the consequences, now you're thinking about, after the action, now you're thinking about the consequences.
You know why? Because he was thinking with his dick.
Okay. How about homegirl? She was thinking with her puss.
Like, that Kevin Gates song? I'm just thinking with my dick.
Girl. But
that shit dumb.
but you hear men say that shit all the time. It's just sex. Where women is like, yeah, but yo, I'm the one. You shouldn't be. It shouldn't be just sex, because for them, I think it's a whole different. It's a whole different concept when it comes to that. Where for them it could be just sex. Where for us, we have that emotional dynamic to it.
True. So I got a question for the men. If your significant other,
I think it's immature for real too.
However, if your significant other cheated on you, what would make you want to end the relationship? If she was cheating emotionally, or if she was cheating via communication, like sexting and like dirty talk on the phone, or if she just actually just got her back broke in just by another dude.
Right. And I'm gonna add to that once we hear some comments. It's people who cheat are just thinking about themselves. Now, okay, I'm gonna say, like, at this stage where we're at in our lives, we're in our 40s, we're all adults. Now, are we forgiving cheating? Or we're like, you know what, this is a non-negotiable for me. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you.
I mean, I think we're at a point right now that even before
all of them.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Take it, Peg. I need to go find the Uber Eats driver.
Okay. Well, yeah. For me, I don't know. Like, I have been cheated on, and I know how that felt. And because I was married for a long, long time, and for me, like, cheating is a non-negotiable. I think we should be able to communicate. How we're feeling, and if I'm not the one for you, I'm okay with that. So just speak your mind, you adults, and tell me what it is, and then I'll keep it pushing. I won't take it personal. So, but what do you guys think? Are we forgiving cheating? Or are we like, we're like, all right, I really love this dude and I'm going to try to make it work. Faye, you say you agree. Agree on the communication part. Because that's like I said, that's what I think. Like, if you don't want to be with someone, you should just be able to say, look, nah, you ain't the one. I want something else, especially when it comes to the emotional part of it, where you feeling someone else, because when you're putting in that emotion, now it's not about just you and your husband or your wife, your partner anymore. Now you're investing that time into them and getting to know someone other than the person that you're with. Hey, Bubbles. And that's when I think like that cheating comes to a whole nother. Cheating is for kids. We grown. But it is for children, but it still happens. I mean, it happens when we're in our 40s, and it still happens. It happens up until your 60s, 70s, 80s till you're dead. You're still hearing about it. So I think it's where you're at personally, that you can just say, what, this is not for me, and be able to communicate that with your partner. Now, what are you guys thinking about, like, when that is occurring? If I don't want to say if they're cheating on you and you find out, now are we still going like, what, fuck you, nigga, I ain't want you anyway? Are we still doing that? Or are we able to be have a spiritual coming to Jesus moment and say, what, you was not for me. I'm not going to take this personal, and I'm just going to keep it pushing. You lose your trust, and that's hard to get back. I agree, Faye. I agree. Yeah. It's the sneaky things, right? We too old for the sneaky links and shit. That's how I feel. So, if you want to do something, Say what say what's on your mind. Don't be a punk. Just do what you gotta do. Just do what you gotta do and say what you know. Mean what you say and say what you mean. You say what you gonna you say what you want and you say what you want out of a relationship, and then now I say I don't want to be with you no more because of this. Now, we're moving on. Why even stay with someone that's dragging you through? I am a personal believer in the non-struggle love. We not doing struggle love in 2022 no more. So if you don't want to be with me, or if I'm not the right one for you, you should be able to, to move forward and say, look, this is not for me. Why do we still have to keep doing this? And why do we think that it's acceptable for that struggle? If someone's shit goes down, the girl trips. It's just one of those things. You have to be able to, be, I don't want to say the bigger person, and be like, yo, this ain't the one. If you're not working for me, you done?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
my bad.
Why the fuck did you buy all this food?
Because I was hungry.
What the fuck? That's a lot of food.
What's a lot of food?
Wow. And this is for me?
That's a pretzel.
What the fuck? Yo, let me show you guys.
But it's burgers.
Look at what the fuck is this?
But it's Burger Stop though. That shit be busting.
What the fuck is this?
Then take the rest home to Junie.
Yo, no, I got to show. Who the fuck is supposed to eat this?
Junie.
Look at this thing. I don't know if y'all can see. This is a fucking pretzel.
They said 20. I thought 24 ounces.
No, that's a fucking 24-inch pretzel. That pretzel is 24 inches.
Yes, Chi, we are both single.
We are both single. I was married for a long time. You've never been married.
No, I almost made it to the chapel group.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get my straw.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I was married. Well, I was with my ex-husband for 23 years. I think since 18 years old, and I've been divorced for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that by itself was that was probably the best decision that I ever made, when you realize like this shit ain't for me no more. And my marriage ended in divorce. Ended with cheating, but it didn't even matter. It was like, yo, we don't even need to be together.
Yo, I think my cheating story tops the cake.
What was your cheating story?
First of all, I need people to invite folks into the live and stuff, because it's good.
Yo, Faye, I don't know how I'm going. Yo, not only is this pretzel 24 inches, it's covered in salt, so I might go into like a fucking what the fuck do you get when you get like too much salt in your system? Yo, this shit is a lot.
I don't know. They didn't even give me a straw for this.
I done forgot what I was gonna say with the 24-inch pretzel. You so silly.
I was hungry, bitch. I ain't had nothing to eat all day.
I can see because you just bought a whole lot of food.
I feel like I'm being judged right now.
You are being judged. And then now, since you bought all this food with nothing to drink, I'm going to go get some wine.
I mean, but
tell the people about your cheating story, because they really need to hear that.
All right. Is y'all sitting the fuck down? I hope y'all sitting the fuck down. So, I don't know. Have I told this story before?
I don't think so.
Okay, so like my cheating story was this. I didn't cheat. I got cheated on. So I was living in Philly at the time. Get like 60.
Everything happened to you in Philly?
Yeah, basically. I don't think I'll be going back. Now I might roll through Baltimore, but I don't know about Philly. So basically, and it's taken me, I've healed from it, so if I make jokes, it's just because it's me. But anyway, so it was, I was there because I was about to get married, I was engaged, yada da da da, and I just started seeing weird shit in the house, talking about like drawers that I knew weren't mine. I was just like, where these nasty rainbow looking ass draws come from? I don't buy my draws from Rainbow. So I was just like, anyhow, I went on a business trip, coincidentally, Baltimore. And so we were able, they let us out of our meeting, and so I came back home early. So this was at the time where we didn't have an alarm system on the house, so there wasn't no bing bong, none of that. So I walk in, I don't know where the fucking dog is at. I walk in, and he was all the way in the back upstairs. So I'm like, where he at? And you thinking like I'm walking up some stairs, you gonna hear me coming, cause like Peggy like to like point out I wear size 10. So anyway, so long story short, I caught my fiance at the time fucking with a man. I'm just like, oh no. See, at this time,
walked in on them.
I walked in on them.
Them together.
Together.
Like one was hunched over the other.
Right, he was the bottom.
Holy shit.
And like I'm more politically correct now, but it was basically a nigga in a dress in a wig.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now we would call that a trans woman. So, needless to say, I went that called off everything. Yeah. Yes, I did catch my fiance with a man in a wig and some dress, and he was the bottom.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I know you ain't see it. Yeah, it's some movie shit. I might write a book about it. I don't know. I ain't got energy for that. But it was really traumatic. That's why I've always been in the business of treating people, particularly if I'm going to deal with you in any capacity. I'm always going to show you love and compassion, whether it's somebody that I have romantic feelings about, whether it's going to be my friends, my family, even the people that I interact with right here on this platform, right? That's why if anybody ever interacted with me, I always come with kindness and stuff. What did he say? Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were coming back so early. Bitch, you worry about me coming back early and like you booked over. Not bent over. Wait, not bent over, booked over. So
that means when he says that means he would still did what he did.
He still would have did what he did.
He still did what he did.
Right.
He didn't want to get caught.
Right. And so it was just like, it was really odd because for me personally, I wasn't in a healthy space. When I mean healthy, I didn't have a sense of who I was. And I just kind of put up with anything. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, even then, like I stopped having sex with him. Of course, I had to get myself checked out, all that stuff. But we were just two individuals that were living in the house until I could move out. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort of like, and especially when you get over a certain age, it's sort of like you tired of going through all that stuff because that shit is emotionally damaging. You know, we talk about, you know, like cuts, scrapes, bruises, and all that stuff from dating, like that dating, relationship, love, sex, PTSD. That was some hella PTSD all over. Plus, I lost about 10 grand because we had to call the wedding off. The fuck? But, you know, the thing is that at the end of the day, that was very traumatic. Mm-hmm. Wasn't expecting to see that, but yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be in the spot where I am right now.
Right.
That's the only thing I can say. Like I always say, you know what? I'm glad I caught you booty ass naked with a nigga in a dress and a wig doing what they do, because I would not be living this awesome life that I'm living right now.
Right. Now there was a question coming in that says, did you think that there was anything that showed you that this is what he was prior to this happening?
Yeah, and I just chose to ignore it. So it was like certain things like he was a photographer, right, on the side. And so it was just always these odd characters coming into the house. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
oh, so he was blaming his photography. He was saying that he was using that excuse as photography.
Yeah,
but what he was doing, he was photographing, some other dudes and stuff. He was taking pictures of other dudes.
Right. So not only was it that, but it was also the young girls, like, the block chicks, that they get excited as long as you got fucking cable and air conditioning.
Right.
So it was between that, and I'm just like, do you see all this?
Right.
And they weren't even that big this time. I'm like, I mean, like, that's why I say you can never be a man's or a woman's first bad bitch, because you're not gonna know what to do with that caliber of person. Right. And I believe I was his first bad bitch.
Now, when you say bad bitch, can you explain that?
I mean, just like it's sort of like you have a teenager, right? And you buy them their first car.
He just randled out from Ultimatum.
Yo, who? Oh, no. So it's sort of like, instead of a teenager getting like a Toyota Corolla, you get this bitch a Maserati. Do you think somebody that is 16 years old and don't have any experience with drive, do you think they're gonna know how to handle something like that?
Right.
That's the best analogy that I can think of. Like, you gotta know how to treat a foreign. You gotta know that you gotta put fucking premium gas in that. You know that your oil change ain't gonna be no fucking $30.
Right.
So that's what I mean by not being a person's first bad bitch, and that goes for both men and women. Hey y'all, are you a budding podcaster? Do you live in South Florida? Well, you got to go ahead and check out my guy Khalid at the AV Club Studios, located here in sunny South Florida. Now, the AV Club Studios is a private podcast studio suite located in Fort Lauderdale. They help with audio recordings, video recordings, editing, and marketing. And just for being a listener to my podcast, we're giving you 10% off on all studio sessions. Once again, 10% off because you just listening to my podcast. Isn't that awesome? So make sure that you go to their website, which can also be found in their bio on Instagram. Their handle on Instagram is the AV Club Studios. Use my promo code Holly10, HOLLIE, the number 10, to get 10% off studio session time. Again, that promo code is Holly10, HOLLIE, the number 10, to get 10% off. All right, y'all, back to the show. So if you know who you are as an individual, not necessarily what do I bring to the table. Nah, I've been grinding. I done got myself to this level. There are certain things that I can't back down from.
Right.
So it's like, why would I accept less? You know what I'm saying? And so that's exactly what it was. Right. I was accepting less because
that's where you were at that moment.
That's where I was at the time. So it was just like, well, shit, he paying attention to me. Shit, he want me. So why not? And that was a very toxic mindset to have. On my part, right. There was already things fucked up by him, but then I accepted it because I was still toxic. Because, you trying to deal with stuff that you may have dealt with in your past, and it's like, okay, now I have this person that's paying attention to me, and so on and so forth. So when you're in that place where you're just trying to get attention, you put up with any and everything. So that's why I said I'm glad I'm healed. I don't have any trauma from it. It's just always odd. I was like, this motherfucker was getting fucked by a nigga in a dress and a wig. That's all I be saying. So honestly, like, that was 2016 when that happened. I would definitely say it took me a while. Like, on top of that, I dealt with the death of my grandma, just dealing with my own issues and all that stuff like that. So to be for real, 2019 2019 was definitely when I'm like, because I had some unresolved issues that I could never get out, and so my therapist at the time was like, you know what, write him a letter, and I'm like, why the fuck I'm writing him a letter? Oh, a bitch ass bitch. She's like, no, you need to write him a letter and thanking him. I'm like, why the fuck am I thanking him? Like, he put me through a whole bunch of shit, even to the point where I didn't feel like I was good enough as a woman, both physically and internally, you know, because you didn't fuck the dude in a dress and a wig. So it's like, okay, now when I started doing the work on myself, then it was in 2019 when I was able to release it. And I actually do, I ain't gonna say thank you to his motherfucking face. I'm gonna just basically be like, you know what? I would not be in the place that I'm at right now if we got married, or I continue to have a negative self-worth, because that's where all of that came from, you know. No, I didn't write the letter. I was just like, I'll get over it. And I did. It was a long struggle, because again, I'm trying to find my self-worth at the time, because I'm like, again, like, is there something wrong with me? Is it me? Am I the villain? Because it was just like, I'm a whole woman, titties and everything. You know, it's just like, that ain't even that man ain't even gone through hormones. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, we did not have children. Luckily, we did not even have property together. It was just like, oh, you got the liquor. Oh, okay, great. Luckily, we didn't have none of that. So it was just like a clean break. You know what I'm saying? And you're right, Chi. It didn't have nothing to do with me, but at the time, I thought it did. So that's why I'm a big advocate for therapy. And if it wasn't therapy, Lord, I don't know where I've been. I don't know where I would have been. So that was a fucked up ass cheating story. So that's why, you know, now I make sure that I'm very upfront with what I want. Yes, my therapist was a black woman, and so you can also find, yeah, she was a black woman. Hashtag therapyforblackgirls.com. You can find a host of people that are awesome. But that's why now I'm very cognizant who I allow in my tribe. I was just telling Peggy that today. And then, too, you know, I forgave myself. Once I forgave myself, because I was beating myself up, honey. Every time I turned around, I was Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas in my whole emotion in my heart and shit like that. And so once I stopped doing that, then it gave me a chance to live and just really try to understand what was going on with me. You know, what was going on with me is that I was attracting people that were emotionally unavailable,
because you were really emotionally unavailable yourself.
Right. I was almost emotionally unavailable, or I was seeking people that were very similar. Like, you know, that's what I grew up with. It's just trying to seek that validation from my home, and it didn't really work.
Right.
So.
Right. It's just like, even the journey never ends. You know, we're always going to be a work in progress.
Right.
Because I remember, like, when I confronted my ex-husband on cheating, everything that he said, the only thing that resonated with my soul, it was never my intention for you to find out.
Damn.
Wow. I mean, the way that hit me, it was like a ton of bricks. So you would have continued to do what you was doing as long as I didn't find out.
Basically, that was what he was saying.
So basically, I ain't worth shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
So once that was able to resonate to me and figure out what my self-worth is and what my self-love is, I was like, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I would have stayed with that. I would have still been with that nigga till this day.
Yeah.
Because that that's where I was. I was like that loyal, that ride. You know, when they talk about loyal and ride or die, that's me. And I ain't doing that no more.
I done ride and died, ride and died, ride and died.
I rode and died, and then I was rebirthed. I was rebirthed into the person I am now, to the woman that I am now. So I was able to come out of that, to be who I am. And oh my gosh, it's just an amazing feeling to be, to be where I'm at in the stage of my of happiness of where I'm at right now.
Right.
Because I was never really happy. Shit, I knew I was never even supposed to marry this person.
No,
I married for the wrong reason.
Yo, I didn't listen. When I tell you, that character. Anybody watch like Charlie Brown? You remember Charlie Brown?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah,
I'm
talking to you,
sorry.
and I'm talking to the live. Anybody
kind of open?
Anybody remember Charlie Brown?
I remember Charlie Brown. Okay.
You know there was a character named Pigpen, right?
Okay.
This nigga was Pigpen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like.
Oh. Cheers.
Oh. This nigga was Pigpen.
Right.
And I'm not used to living in that type of I'm not used to living in that type of environment.
Right.
So when I come in and I realize I'm with a motherfucking Pigpen.
Right.
I was like, oh Jesus. But then I decided to accept it.
Right.
I was like, no, we don't share bathrooms.
Right.
None of that.
Yeah, because you just wanted you wanted someone to want you.
Right.
Like especially in marriage.
That's exactly what it was.
So you wanted you were into the fantasy of the marriage.
I was in the fantasy of someone wanting me.
Someone wanting you.
It didn't have anything to do.
It didn't have to do with the marriage.
It didn't have to do with the marriage. The marriage was saying that I'm about to get married. That was what made it easier for me to transfer from Phoenix to Philadelphia.
Right.
So that was what it was.
Yeah. No. I mean, like for me, I just didn't even care. I mean, I didn't care. Like for me to even have gotten married, I was just in a space that it was like I don't care. And he's here, and he says he loved me. I ain't love myself, so you know what? Let's just do this. And then it took years for me to find out who I was, and then able now to be able to like, okay, now this is, and you know what? Now that I'm honest with myself and I'm accountable, I don't even think I found myself until after divorce.
Right.
Because I don't even think I was myself while I was married.
Yeah. That's why I don't see. That's an interesting thing because we were talking about the ultimatum.
Okay.
On the Levels podcast, we were just talking about that shit, and it was just like, yo, how are these young kids ready to get married? Because all of them gonna cheat on everybody.
Well, I mean, they were ready to do that during the show anyway. So, but if you're really into someone and this is your person, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. Right. So it just already to show where they were at within their mindset, to even want to do something like this.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but more of the story is cheating is not a good thing. Right. The best thing to do, the first thing is to set that boundary. Mm-hmm. What is considered cheating? There's some people out there that don't think talking to another person of the opposite sex.
Right. And are you asking these questions? Are you asking the important questions as what is important to you and what are your expectations of this relationship? And, and to say like, yo, if you're talking or you're doing this or, you're emotionally invested into someone else, this is what I consider that cheating.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to have that conversation with your partner.
Right.
Be like, hey, baby. Now, if I gone on over here and fuck this other dude, is that cheating?
Oh, well, yeah.
Is that cheating?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay, it'll be like, or babe, what if, like I go into the chat and then I respond to the dude that, like, sent me a dick pic. Is that cheating?
Oh, no. Well, okay. Well, so I'm going to ask you this then. So, do you consider your man watching porn? Is that cheating? Nah. Because there's women that say, no, if he's watching other women, other men and other women having sex, that's a no-no for me.
No, I don't consider that at all. Like, yo, I've gone to the strip clubs with my guy,
right?
But that's not considered cheating because we together. Even if he went without me, it's still not. Now, if you turn around and go fuck the stripper in the VIP room, now that's cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cheating. What you say? Okay. And being adult, there are alternative relationships out there. That's why you may need to explore, and you're absolutely right.
And that's why you need to talk about it.
And that's why you need to talk about it because, like. Because if you don't have that discussion, then it's just like, well, what you mean? And you'd be like, I thought we said we could do this and do that. And blah, 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 blah. No, nobody said that.
Right.
Not at all. Right. But like I said before, if you and your significant other are like.
And yeah, especially if you're open, if you're willing to be open,
right.
and like, okay, yeah, we're together, we're exclusive, we're together, but you know what, every now and again, I want some fresh dick or something like that, and he be all right with that, or she be all right with that.
I see that there's a question in the comments, a question in the question bubble, but so we're so far away, I can't see it. So whoever had the question, just put it in the chat.
I can't even reach over there.
Listen, we doing what we can do until Instagram allows us to stream.
Sex and sexual acts are cheating only. That's what Cups says.
Gee, that's not right. Okay, so someone said, how do you ladies feel about going through phone? I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that at all. You know what? Because I ain't got time for it.
No.
And then another thing is, I don't want a man going through my phone because we be sharing dick pics in the group chat.
Yo,
we be sharing all types of penises in the group chat. I don't think because you gonna get the wrong idea. And maybe if I don't tell you in advance, be like, hey babe, so like the girls in the group chat, we be sharing dick pics. Be like, where the fuck these dick pics come? Random. We don't know. It comes from our single friends.
And that's just, it's exhausting. It's exhausting the going through. I'm not FBI. I'm not CIA. Because I remember I had, before everything ended in my marriage, I was Inspector Gadget. I was learning how to hack, different apps and shit. And, I got good at that shit. And that shit was exhausting.
Bitch, I got so bad. I be like, damn, I need a career path. Bitch, I need to go work for the CIA, the NSA.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Because, and then after you finding all of this, and then, they still telling you, oh, no, that's not what it is. I mean, like, nigga, I'm damn near watching you, what you doing. Mm-hmm. You damn, I'm watching, your damn porn videos with this chick, and you still, denying it.
No, because that happened to me. I was in the middle where, like, a dude I was messing with, I don't know, this girl must have saw way too many Home Depots coming up in his phone, right? Because I know this motherfucker did not have me by my name in his fucking phone. So bad. His baby mama called me. I was like, bitch, I didn't know he had a second baby mama. I knew about the first one.
Oh, no.
And she was like, yes, I just had his baby 7 days ago. 7 days? And you trying to fuck? 7 days? Girl, you ain't got nothing else to do.
Right.
Ain't your whole puss sold up with stitches and stuff?
Right, it's still sore at that time.
But you worried about what's in that Negro phone.
Because that's the mindset. You're still not healed and stuff from the emotional traumas and stuff with the relationship. So no, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that.
No. That's not even half the story, right? So she's like, well, who this is, and stop playing games. I said, first of all, because I had to drop it like I was down in Pompano. First of all,
what you got against Pompano people?
I ain't got nothing against them.
Okay,
it's the hood of Pompano. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I was like, first of all, if you got the nerve to be texting me who this is, clearly then you have an idea of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want? Then I told what you want. And how did you find me? That's the first thing.
And please tell the people how she found you.
This baby mama found me through Cash App. Did y'all know y'all can find people through Cash App?
I did not know until you had told me that story.
I did not know you could find people through Cash App.
Okay. So she finds you on Cash App and she reaches out to you and you're like, yo, I'm not the one.
Yeah, and then it becomes like a whole text conversation. She was like, oh, you know this, right? You know that, da, 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 da. But a baby ain't nothing but a blessing. No, we not going to say that, because if you knew this man wasn't shit, why did you lay down without protection and go get impregnated,
right?
And then you know he ain't about shit, he ain't treating you right, but then you gonna turn around and say, oh, baby ain't nothing but a blessing. No, you baby ain't nothing but a blessing ass bitch. You knew what you were getting into. You knew that this nigga was no good, plus you wanted some light-skinned babies.
Damn.
She wants some light-skinned ass babies. That's what you wanted.
So no, you need to continue on, because after it gets to that part, now she wants to be besties with you.
Now she's talking about, oh, so we sister wives or not? I'm like, bitch, what you mean sister wives? And then I was like,
because you know, he could still do what he got to do for you, and you know, he could, you know, but he's taking care of me financially on the side too.
First of all, I'm way too old, way too well off, and certainly way too fucking fine to be the side chick of a motherfucker that still stays off of Sis-Trump.
Wow. Okay.
And everybody don't know what Sis-Trump is. That's the hood. So we not gonna do that, number one. And then hey y'all, it's your girl Holly D, and thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Please make sure you're following me at Over 40 Podcast on Instagram. The link is in my bio as to where you can find me to listen to every week's episode. I'm now on Audible, at Amazon Music, and Stitcher, so make sure you check it out. You're going to have to tune in next week for part 2 of this conversation. So make sure that you're subscribed, you're following, and you're also following me on Instagram. So until next week, y'all, bye.